Do you know what element to choose this new season? Hello guys, Wilsonbox here, and this time I'm here to talk about which element to pick for the next season. I'm also talking about the Affinity and also about the heroes you can get from each element. With this, let's have a look to which elements we can expect for the next season. For the next season we have these three elements that we can pick, so it will be Poison and Lightning, Necrosis and Fire, and Radiance and Ice. One of the things that can benefit these elements is the Affinity. So let's have a look at the Affinity, and in here all of these are the same. They give you the same bonus, all of these ones. So these ones they give HP, and these ones they give attack percent, these ones give accuracy, these ones they give resistance, this one will benefit every element, these ones will give elemental damage, each one, these three they reduce the damage taken, and these three are the different ones. So I already tried this one just because I was wondering how it works. I'm not sure if it is bugged, but I'll talk about that. So the first one is for the Fire and Necrosis heroes, and this one it will give on using a skill, the hero's attack is increased by a percentage for each enemy damaged. This one looks really strong. When the heroes they'll deal damage with a skill to some enemies, your heroes will gain a percentage of more damage. So the first one 2.5%, 5% or 7.5%, and you can get 6 stacks of these, which is a lot. If you have 6 stacks of 7.5, it will be 45% more damage, 45% of more attack, which is a lot. The problem here is these stacks they'll increase with more enemies on the field. So if you are fighting a single target like a boss or something like that, you're only going to get 75% maximum, because usually your ultimate has a cooldown of 20 seconds, so these stacks will continuously being refreshed, and you're only gonna get 7.5%. If it's a dungeon and you have a boss and 2 enemies nearby, then you're gonna get like 3 stacks of these, which is really good. So with 3 stacks you can get 22.5% maximum. But if it's a single target, because there are some dungeons you only have the boss and no enemies nearby, like Root or other ones, will not benefit that much. Then this one, I had to try this one, the Lightning and Poison, because it says when you kill an enemy, the damage dealt by allies is increased by 5% for each enemy killed. 5 stacks at most, so you can increase your damage by 25%, and then it says all allies gain 2 stacks of this effect as the battle starts. I already tried this on the battlefield to see if I can get any stacks, but it doesn't show any stacks, so I don't know, because this is a test server, the stacks are not showing, because supposedly you start with 2 stacks. So if you start with 2 stacks when the battle starts, so you can start with 10% increased damage, that's not so bad, because it will work in every situation, dungeon, single target boss or anything like that. And then if you are farming for materials and you are doing the first stages where you kill enemies, and these stacks are permanent, you are able to get these stacks until the end of the dungeon. Then we have the Ice Radiance, and this one is pretty easy. When they cast the skill, the next skill deals additional damage, so 200, 300 or 400, so pretty simple. I think this is the best one for single target. If you are looking for the best element for single target like Vortex, I think like Vortex is one of the most important things in this game. This will for sure give a more damage than these two ones, because this one you only have a single target, so you are getting the minimum damage from this one, and this one you also getting the minimum. If you are thinking about Vortex, Ice Radiance, it's the best affinity to get. Then Fire Necrosis I think will be the best one as AoE damage, because you have like the burn, the new ones, they do an amazing damage. So I think with these stacks, if you are doing damage to every enemy, imagine you are doing Goblin or Goblin Lair or another dungeon like that for materials, you are getting a lot of these stacks, a lot of damage, and will be faster for you to farm those dungeons. I think Goblin Lair is also a really important dungeon. It's one of the dungeons that everyone needs to farm a lot, so it's really important if you have a good team for that. Vortex and Goblin Lair are really important. Of course, Vortex will give you a better rank, but if you are faster farming Goblin Lair, then you need less time farming that dungeon to level up your heroes. But hopefully they change that and make it easier, so we don't need to be all day there farming that dungeon. Alright, so According with the affinity, I think Ice Radiance is the best one because it works in every situation. You get the most benefit of this one in every situation. Then Fire Necrosis, I think it's a really good one if you are farming dungeons and stuff like that. And this one is not so good because you're only getting the maximum benefit when you are killing enemies. And the most important situation on this game is when you are fighting like hard bosses, like for the events and stuff like that, where you get like the chaos shadows, where you're getting a boss really hard when you need to do the maximum damage, and the only one is gonna benefit you the most here, it will be Ice Radiance. Alright guys, so now let's have a look at the heroes we can use on each element. So let's start talking about the Radiance. So in Radiance we can find a lot of tanks. We have these 6 tanks as a free-to-player, and Garius is also a good healer, so we can get a lot of tanks and some healing as well. I think this element is really strong to get tanks and healing. So as healers we have one Merida, we have Quarion, Kalidu is also a healer, so 3 here, and we also have Catherine is also a really good healer. Of course, we can find some more healing here as well. Nuverse, I think it's the best healer you can get, which is the exclusive one, so it's pretty hard to get. I hope I can get her. But I think it's really strong. And then we have Ice. Ice is not so strong in terms of healing, but we have Vortex, she can give some healing. We have some shields if you want to use our Traveler, it gives a really good shield. And we also can find some tanks here. You have these 2, they are amazing tanks, and also these 2, they are rare, but they are also good tanks. And if we need some debuffs, we can get some buff block from Vortex here. And in Radiance we don't have much characters with these abilities, but we can find a lot in Ice. We have some attack penalty as well if we need, we have accuracy penalty, we have healing reduction, so if we need any debuff we can find in the Ice element. If we need healers and tank we can find in Radiance, so they kinda complement each other. I think it's a really strong combination of elements. I think will be a really strong one. Next, let's talk about Fire and Necrosis. So Fire, I think as damage dealers they are really strong this season. As defense, we have some tanks, we have Auros, everyone has Auros, we have Isolde, this one, Mira and Livia. Mira is really good as well, and she can apply attack penalty, so she's a really good one. As supports, we have this Adolphus, is a really good one to give shields, and also Dubok, he also has the ability to give shields, and that's it. And we have a lot of damage, but we don't have much more tanks or healing, not talking about legendaries. As attack penalty, we have some characters with attack penalty, buff block, accuracy penalty, and healing reduction. We just save one.
Just a piddling bird.
Regarding Necrosis, so we have a few tanks. Irma is a really good tank, but that's the only epic one. Then we have Edgar and Fitz, and that's it. We don't have much. As supports, we can find some more. We have Megan, she's a healer, is not that strong, she gives recovery over time. And then we have Stella. Stella only heals 2 targets each time, so she will grant 0.5 to the hero, to herself, and then 0.8% to the ally with the lowest current HP. So she's not that great as well, but she heals a little bit. It's not the best healer. And then we have also this one, Zarlot, who can heal everyone as well. Then Tia, she can give some kind of damage reduction, gives 15% less damage when she gives invisibility to her team and heals the ally with the lowest HP, but still it's not the best healers, just a little bit that they can give. Then regarding debuffs, we can have some attack penalty, we don't have any buff block, some accuracy penalty, and just healing reduction from Tia. And that's it. I don't think this will be a strong element this season. They lack a lot of things. They lack healing, they lack tanks, They don't have a lot of buffs.
Hold your ground.
We can get some debuffs from fire team, but then we don't have any more healers. And the healers we have are not that strong. We have kind of strong tanks, but not strong healers, so I think this element will lack a little bit of everything this season. Next, let's talk about poison. So poison is good at the moment. So we have Exandra. We have some good healers on this element. We have Exandra, she's a really good healer. We have this one, Seafreeze, she can heal and also resurrect. All the allies. We have Guardian, he's a good healer as well. And we also have V-Cook, is also a healer that can heal and dispel. So we have 4 healers on this team. And the same thing as happens on Radiance. We have Frubart, he can heal as well if you have your heroes nearby, and he can tank. So we have more 2 tanks here, and that's it. 2 tanks, it's not that much, but we have some good healing on this side, and we have a lot of attack penalty, accuracy penalty. We don't have buff block, but we have a lot of healing reduction, so debuffs is not something missing on the poison side. Then lightning, we have really good tanks. As I said, I played the lightning Radiance mainly last season, and I must say all these 4 tanks, they are really good. I never used this one as a tank, Naguk, because he's a really good damage dealer, but he does a great job. Then we don't have much healers here, we only have Ina. Ina can dispel and give recovery over time, so healing is not a great thing on this side, but we have tanks. So since poison doesn't have much tanks, but they have some healers, it kind of balances having poison and lightning. There's kind of a balance between them. Oh, we also have Nathaniel, because he can give like really good shields, and he also healing his team. It's not that bad, it looks strong. Lightning and poison, the heroes are good, and I think will not be a bad element to pick as well. So with this, I think Radiance and Ice will be the best free-to-play element to pick. Firstly, because of this affinity, it's really strong and will work in every situation, and then because of the heroes. Firstly, probably most of the players who played Season 1, they have Priest, which is legendary, and we are able to get this season. This will be the hero that we can get like Kutior. If we do the invent and everything else, we just need to use a little bit of Light Dices and we can get this tank as well. It's a tank and increase the healing from he also heals and increase the healing from the other healers, which is really good. So we can get 2 legendaries without much effort. I think the Infinity tree is good, and we also have a lot of healers, tanks, we have everything we need on this element. Then I think the second best elemental to pick will be Poison and Lightning. I think about the Affinity tree, this spell is not the best one. I think it's the worst one compared to with the other 2, but the heroes are much better. We have some healers, we have 4 or 5, and we also have some tanks we can find, so I think it's the second best that you can pick. And finally we have Fire Necrosis. I think the Affinity tree is not that bad. This skill will increase a little bit of your damage in every situation, but we really lack a bit of everything. We don't have tanks, we don't have healers, and we already know that we're gonna need several teams for several situations, especially for the last boss, which is important to have like 6 really good teams. If we have good support and good healers, will give us more chance to increase our damage and to make our teams to last more time in every fight. With this, I hope this helped you guys. Comment below what you think will be the best element. If you agree with me, that will be Radiance and Ice. I think so because most of the people already have 1 legendary and they can get a second one for free, and also they have really good heroes to start with. We have a lot of healers, tanks, debuffs, we have a bit of everything, it's really good. Then I think Poison and Lightning will be also good heroes. I don't really like the Affinity tree, but the heroes are more important. I think the heroes are much better, and Necrotic and Fire, I think they have an amazing damage, but they don't have good supports. They lack of healing and tanks, and when you need to create several teams will give you like a hard time to do it. So guys, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It's really important for me and gives me a good support to keep growing and bring more content to this channel. Thanks for watching and see you next time.